USB PD charging is getting really common these days, especially when our smartphones and laptops are taking advantage of that standard charging standards. And that's the same for USB PD chargers as well. They have evolved into really small form factors that's really easy to transport around. And this is one of the smallest USB PD chargers I've been seeing in the market. So this is the Charby Pickle. It is a 65 watt GAN charger. This is not the first time we are reviewing GAN chargers on this channel, but this is the smallest that we have seen right here. And finally, we have the Charby Edge Pro eMark USB-C to C cable that charges up to 100 watts. And what's really special about this is that it is a really strong cable and has a couple adapters here. So in today's video, we are going to find out how well these two work in my charging routine. Now let's start off by talking about the Charby Pickle. Now this is a really small and nice charger, and I really like the paint job that Charby has done to this charger. There is a really nice heft to it, but it definitely will not weigh down your bags. It's way lighter than the traditional laptop chargers that you have seen. This is all thanks to gallium nitride technology that it is able to shrink to this kind of form factor with that kind of huge power output. Now as a size comparison, this is how it compares between the Apple 20 watt USB PD charger, which is supposed to ship with your iPhone 12, and you gotta purchase it separately. So this thing costs 99 ringgit, and this thing will cost you 159 ringgit, but you can charge more things at once. You can see that the Charby Pico is definitely taller than this because it needs to pack more power. But in terms of slimness, you can see that the Charby Pico isn't as thick as the iPhone 20 watt charger. So the Charby Pickle has two USB-C ports here. The first one will charge at a maximum 65 watts, while the second will charge at a maximum 30 watts. And there is a USB-A port that supports Qualcomm Quick Charge 3.0 and a variety of other fast charging standards such as MediaTek's Pump Express and Huawei's fast charging protocol. So it's actually pretty good and universal. So I've actually done a really simple test on this charger. When I charge my Zendio Super Tank Pro, definitely can output to a maximum of 65 watts without any issues. And if I have these two USB-C ports used up by charging two laptops, which is a MacBook Air and a Surface Go 2, they will actually split the power and charge up to a maximum wattage of 50 watts, and that's pretty okay. And if I happen to use up all three ports, the USB-A port will not charge quick charge phones such as the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra at its fast charging speed. And that is normal because you are only having a maximum output of 65 watts. When all three ports are being used up, the charger will output a maximum power of 50 watts, which is still pretty decent, and it is an 80% power efficiency out of this small little brick. Now let's talk about the Charby Edge Pro. Now this is a really interesting USB-C cable, and it's one of my dream USB-C cables to own because it's really convenient with these adapters. And this is an eMark USB-C cable that can charge up to 100 watts output. eMark cables also mean that you can charge PPS devices like the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra because the 25 watt charging output uses the PPS protocol. So this is compatible, which is great. So on one end of the USB-C connector, you do actually get a lightning adapter and a micro USB connector on the other side. And on the other end, you get a USB-C to Type A connector adapter. So which is actually pretty convenient if you have multiple charging purposes. So which is why Charby is calling this a 6-in-1 USB-C cable, which makes it a really convenient accessory to put in your bag if you have multiple devices to charge, and you can use any connectors at any time, anywhere. So in terms of data transfer, this thing really isn't made for data transfer because it's only stuck at USB 2.0, so don't expect fast speeds out of this. And one thing to note also is that the lightning adapter on this thing here is not MFI certified. So which means if you were to use this to connect to some accessories, it might not work, and even charging speeds is kind of limited because you do not have the chip inside this lightning adapter. So charging the iPhone 12 Pro Max, you will only get stuck on 10 to 12 watts, whereas if you use the official Apple MFI USB-C to lightning cable, you will get up to 20 watts. So this is something that you need to take note if you're interested in getting the Charby Edge Pro USB-C to USB-C 100 watt cable. Finally, if you want to realize USB-C charging on your existing laptop that doesn't have USB PD charging, you can consider purchasing an adapter from Charby's store such as this one. This is the USB-C to Surface connector adapter. So all you need to do is to connect the adapter to the Charby Edge Pro, and on the other end to the Charby Pico GAN charger, and you will be able to realize the charging speeds of your laptop just using USB-C. It's pretty convenient, and to be honest, I find this to be pretty worthwhile. So this has been a quick look at the Charby Pickle 65-watt GAN charger and the Charby Edge Pro USB-C cable. They are a Malaysian company and they have successfully funded these two projects on their Indiegogo website, which is really cool. And they are available for purchase at 159 ringgit and the Charby Edge Pro at 79 ringgit, which are actually pretty reasonable prices for a good quality charger and cable. Now, there is going to be a Black Friday deal happening on 27th to 30th of November on Charby's website, so make sure you check them out. And finally, we are also giving away a Charby Pico and 2 Charby Edge Pros cable on our Facebook page. So do click on the link below to head over to our Facebook page to get to know more details on how you could win the charger or the cable. And if you are watching this on Facebook, just read the terms and conditions on the post. That's pretty much about it. So that's all for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for more videos coming right up. Subscribe to us and be sure to follow us on social media. I'm Warren with KLGadgetTV and I will see you in our next video.